Hello, welcome to this very special edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian Pace, reporting live here at Birdland Jazz Club here in New York City. It's part of the Birdland reopening festivities here on the Pace Report. For the last 3 nights here at Birdland, the Emmett Cohen Trio has performed 5 unprecedented sold-out performances, and this is the very first time that Birdland has reopened within the last 15 months. Now, owner Gianni Valenti has done some very important things within the last 6 months. As you might know, earlier this year, he held a very special GoFundMe drive, one to raise money to keep the upkeep of the club, as well as the operating expenses up, as well as he's provided some live streaming for musicians. I had a chance to sit down to break bread with Gianni to talk about, one, the reopening process, as well as talk about the programs that he's going to implement moving forward. Tonight's interview is also going to be seen with some highlights of the Emmett Cohen Trio, like I said, who opened for these reopening ceremonies here at Birdland. So sit back, relax, and enjoy highlights of the Emmett Cohen Trio performing live here at Birdland, and my exclusive interview with owner and proprietor Gianni Valenti, the owner of Birdland, here on the Pace Report, live at Birdland, here in New York City. Gianni, I'm so happy to be in your presence. It's been a long 15 months, man. Congratulations on tonight being the reopening. Moving forward, I know that you've done some things as far as booking. The menu is a little different now, and also we're celebrating the reopening. Tell my viewers what you're doing.
As you said, 15 months was a long time to be closed. We literally had to retool the entire club. We came in and refurbished the carpeting, the drapes, painting. We had to book. It's not like a regular restaurant where you just open up and throw a menu out there. But we had to get our artists in line, and we had to get our team back. Most of them did stay with me. Some had to move on. Some moved out of the state. Some got other jobs. But I was blessed that I had my core people stay with me. I had Ryan Patternight, who's been with me for 25 years, booking on top of that. And when we got the go-ahead of 100% to open, I wanted to open, and I took the 4th of July weekend to be my celebration for all of New York, for all of live music, and for Birdland to celebrate in style.
During the 15 months, you had an aggressive fundraising drive to raise money to keep everything flowing, moving forward. Explain to my viewers what has happened since then, because now, moving forward, people are streaming online, people are taking the presence of the music differently now. How are you doing this moving forward?
Well, during the pandemic, we used the theater to stream for some of our artists. We wanted to get them a income flow. A lot of our artists did not receive maximum benefits from unemployment. They were struggling as well. And when we closed in March, on March 15th of 2020, we all thought it was going to be just for a short period of time.
Everybody did.
And we went to our landlord and we said, we're going to be reopening in July, so maybe we can make some compensation for April, May, and June. get ready for July. And then July moved to Labor Day, and Labor Day moved to the holidays, and that deal. So we had to pay a minimum of a rent, we had to pay our utilities, we had to pay insurance. There are payouts that we had to take care of, regardless of whether you're open or closed. Came December, there was no hope in sight because the governor on December 12th had closed all places.
Everything.
To 0%. So I looked at it and I go, wow. I looked at my bank account and I looked at what the governor was doing, and I thought that I didn't think there was any light at the end of the tunnel. So two of my resident bands, Jim Caruso and Susie Mosier, came to me and introduced me to two gentlemen, Tom and Michael D'Angora. They had done a fundraiser for one of the other establishments in the city, which was very successful. I really didn't want to put myself out there, and I wasn't one to go out and ask for the help. I've been here for over 30 years. I'm very proud of what I've accomplished and what we do here at Birdland. But their love and their dedication for the music and for the club really struck a chord with me. And I put my club and my name in their hands because I felt good about the way we were going to do this. I thought it was professional, and I thought it was a good time to do it because they came to me in January, and I know I needed a bridge to get to the next 6 months.
Right.
And as you can see, July 1st, that bridge got me to 6 months. The fundraiser in 3 weeks' time raised over $400,000. And mind you, what was the most impressive thing about the fundraiser was that people gave their hard-earned money during the most difficult times of their life, took their time to get online and send $5, $10, $20. I had the majority of the people gave minimum amount, but that gave me all the confidence in the world that people loved live music and they loved Birdland. And their commitment is what kept me going. The fact that they could go out of their way and show their love and support for the club was most heartwarming. So they came to me at a perfect time. I do want to say that once that money was received, it helped pay the rent, the utilities, and insurance. And I also made sure for many artists that weren't receiving major checks from the government on unemployment, that we helped them. I continued to stream. It cost me to stream, but the money that was raised online went to the artist. So whatever I could do, I did with that money. And truthfully, it took 3 weeks to raise, and it took a week to disappear.
Wow. Well, you know, New York is not a cheap city. To ask you, because this is the soft opening for the reopening, and normally you have a variety of different programs that you have during the week. When are you going to start re-implementing a lot of the programming and staying open later here at Birdland?
Well, that's a very good question to ask, and I will give you my reasoning behind it. As the owner, I had to make decisions. Manhattan, Lower Manhattan, Upper West Side, Upper East Side, they're thriving. They're very busy. Restaurants are. People are out. We're almost back to normal, and we need to be conscious of what's going on. My decision to open one show on Sunday through Thursday and only 2 on the weekends, and mind you, only the main room,
right,
not the theater, is because Times Square is still a dead zone. Broadway is closed, many of the hotels are closed, Many of the restaurants that attracted a lot of the tourists are closed. The area has to be cleaned up and safe again. So without tourists, without Broadway, without all of those other factors that were so important to us, I felt I should just take it slow and let the community, the arts community within New York and the tri-state area, see if they come out and support us. And what I found this weekend was sold out shows without tourism of all New Yorkers, Jerseyites, people from Connecticut, supporting Birdland and live music. I intend to open both venues on the Tuesday after Labor Day.
Okay.
Get back to 5 shows a night. Right now we're doing, like I said, 1 during the week, 2 on the weekends, and we're just getting our feet wet again. Coming back after 15 months, we have to learn how to redo everything.
We gotta crawl before we walk.
Absolutely, and that's been difficult because we're getting dressed up now. We're wearing shoes.
That's right.
And it's hard to work down the stairs. My calves hurt. So we're walking slowly, but as we've always done. I like to do things professionally. I want to make sure that everyone comes in here, is serviced, has a good time, and leaves wanting to come back and spread the word. I do not want to open where I'm short-staffed. People are waiting for their food. The kitchen can't get it out. That's not going to work for me. If I'm opening as if we're here, ready to go, hit the ground running. And I think I proved that this weekend. Sold out every show. No one waited for their food. Everyone had a great time, and we're in.
Some marshmallow clouds and silver lagoon, somewhere a sweet lullaby tune. Everything's right. Oh, what a night for
You have some outstanding talent that's going to be coming here in the next couple of weeks and months. You have a celebration for Charlie Yarborough Park for next month, and you've got Delfeo Marcellus coming here. I mean, it seems like the imprint in the brand and the love of the music is not going to stop moving forward.
No, what's been great is that the artists, of course, need to work. We want them to work. And many of them love working here. They've reached out to us. So the pool to draw from is great right now. And I'm happy to say we actually have a CD coming out, the Count Basie Orchestra live at Birdland. They're here in September. I've got this young lady that we just signed to our roster, Anais Reno, who will be singing tonight with Emmett Cohen. Her CD comes out. We have just a bunch of young, great artists lined up to come in, plus our established artists that we need to make up the year and a half that they had gigs here that we're trying to fit them in. So yes, we have a backlog right now. It'll slowly work itself out, but I feel that music is going to be strong again in New York. Birdland's going to be strong as ever, and it will live forever. As long as I'm alive and I have a son, thank God, he'll take over. So for maybe all those rumors that people heard that Birdland might not be around, we squashed them. We squashed them this weekend because Bird lives, music is good, and music is who we are. And this is what my purpose in life is, and to be on this planet, is to make this club work and to bring those great artists back here where they belong.
People can reach out to you online, birdlandjazz.com.
That's right.
Tell everybody about the upcoming events and also some of the things that you're looking for down the road.
Well, obviously what we're looking for is we're looking to expand our genres. We like what we do at the theater. We like what we do with our food, our menus. We've reestablished our menus, and we've got different items on it. We're trying to make everybody happy. We're in the process of opening up in Vegas, so we've got a licensing deal to go in Las Vegas at the MGM. We reopened in Australia, thank God. That island has had very difficult times in getting people in or out, but we reopened there, and we have our jazz cruise back in full swing come January, where Birdland is on that cruise, and we book our artists there. So the thing that I look forward to is having more and more music, getting more and more younger artists in the club. That's why when I reopened Birdland, when we closed, this was a reopening of a place that had been open for 72 years. I brought in a young group. I brought in the Emmett Cohen Trio, young cats, the way that Charlie Parker did it in 1949. With Roy Haynes at 20 years old, Tommy Potter, Harry Belafonte, Charlie was 25 years old. This is a reestablishment for me, and this is to let all my young artists know that we want you and you're going to be playing here.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report, reporting live here at the famous Birdland Jazz Club here in New York City for the grand reopening of Birdland. I'd like to personally thank Gianni Valenti for his time. Make sure you guys come back to New York and support Birdland, which is now open. For more information, to make reservations, get directions, as well as find out the upcoming showtimes, please visit them online at www.birdlandjazz.com. Also follow them on Facebook as well as Instagram. Also, I'd like to personally thank Mr. Emmett Cohen and his trio for their warm hospitality as well. People, let's like, share, and subscribe to these videos here on the Pace Report, here on YouTube as well as Vimeo. Also, please visit my website for my weekly column as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Till next time, peace.